The Tangent Egg podcast is aimed at a mature audience. It contains themes that are not appropriate for all listeners. It's important to note that we are not experts. We routinely have no idea what we're talking about and are just three idiots sitting around a table. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to Tangent Egg podcast. I'm Seth, and as always with me are Swoosh and John Doe.
Hi.
Hello. And first up, well, how about we start with a follow-up from something from last week. We talked about how BioWare was trimming down to become more agile. Yeah, reportedly that's been a dip to below 100 staff members. And I don't actually think that's a bad thing. A lot of people are doomsaying about it. I'm not.
Look, we've seen some great stuff come out of small studios.
Honestly, getting rid of small studios aren't EA fucking studios.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like,
at least they're not like EA studios for long.
No, well, not before they get a quick look at a fucking gravesite before they get a bullet in the back of the head.
Yeah.
This feels very much like, we lost 100 pounds. We cut off both your legs and an arm.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm still like, I feel good about it simply because, like, I know, I understand this. There's still going to be way too much C-suite in there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, trimming down to less than 100 is like, that's a pretty focused team. You can't really fuck around and find out in a team that small.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of hoping... Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that that'll result in a slightly more focused setup. And we might get something good. I'm not saying it's going to work that way.
I hope they last long enough to not only get through the fuck round, but actually survive to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has been a bit of a weird venture for them.
Well, by all accounts, they're on an upswing right now. Valguard sold reasonably well. Yeah, there were some places where it could have been better. Like, I watched a video from a YouTuber who I have a lot of shared opinions with.
Are you still there?
And he was pretty on board for the gameplay. He liked a bunch of the characters and the overall plot direction, but like some of the way it was told and stuff, he wasn't super into. So it seems like just there's a kind of a shaky a bit in the writing and direction. So
yeah.
Hopefully we get a good Mass Effect.
I really hope we do, because it's like that's my favorite fucking game series, Mass Effect 1 through 3.
Oh yeah, I fucking love that.
I really want another good one.
I remember back when Mass Effect 2 came out, I was in a household that had metered internet, and I openly told my housemates, I don't care how much internet we have, when this game comes out, I'm downloading it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. No, that is fair.
Back in the dark days.
Yeah.
Before they outlawed that kind of shit.
I can still buy it, but...
I think, you have to actively search out meat and internet plans now, because they got in a lot of trouble for that.
Well, I mean, it's more to the point that, like... I'm not saying it's a small amount of money, but for like $80, you can have an unlimited plan. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
If you are a middle-class person or better... Unlimited internet's just a thing.
Yeah. Has been for quite a while. Yeah, whether that internet is like NBN, that's up in the air. But...
Yeah.
Yeah. One day Australia will have good internet.
One day.
And
by then, the rest of the world will have great internet and we'll still be behind.
Yeah. Because we're always going for like the standard at the next level. Like, no, go to the newest and greatest. Skip the generation. Go. But no.
Be the trendsetter for once.
Nah, can't have that. We have to follow America. Right into the gates of hell.
We have to hold the fucking door sometimes.
True.
Point is, I am hopeful that this trimmer team will create a more focused product.
Yeah.
I would even be happy if just from the size of the team, what they can produce, if even like not trying to make a full massive fucking AAA Mass Effect, toned it down to a smaller scale, made a AA Mass Effect or something within that realm. That doesn't have to be the massive fucking all-encompassing thing. Go back to your roots, please.
make it feel a little. And it's not that it wasn't like that, but like Mass Effect 1 didn't seem like if you play it, it doesn't feel like the first in the sequels, in the trilogy.
No. Yeah,
it feels like a game.
Yeah,
and that's all they need to make now. Don't make like Mass Effect 5 with the idea of making Mass Effect 6, 7, and 8.
Yeah.
Just make Mass Effect, okay?
Yeah.
Just make a good game. You can leave some opening if you want to do a follow-up, but like just make this one feel good on its own.
Yeah, this is not the one you want to set up for future things with. Like,
you do not want to end this game with and finish the fight next game.
Yeah.
Mm.
Is this the closest we've seen like a decent-sized studio come to just completely crashing?
No, we've seen them before.
Hmm.
I think the bigger thing is like a lot of the publishing arms are starting to feel the stress.
Yeah.
You know, EA, fucking Activision, Ubisoft, like these big studios that publish other people's stuff as well are like, yeah, they're starting to like.
Honestly,
our stable of products isn't keeping us afloat anymore.
Yeah. Honestly, my opinion, I don't think those kind of like production houses will be as successful going forward. Now with like Steam and digital assets that can be released indie, there's less requirement for them.
Yeah.
Because you don't need them to back manufacturing or transport or distribution. You just go to Steam.
Let's face it, your big thing used to be the publishing house gave you advertising.
Yeah.
They had all the magazine contacts. They could get you billboard space. They could probably get you a good spot on store shelves. Like, that was their value. Well, what's the store shelf these days? Well, it's whatever digital platform you choose to use. Yeah. Steam, Green Man Gaming, GOG, I don't really care. Wherever you purchase your stuff is the storefront now.
Yeah.
And if you want to advertise your product, well, it's pretty easy to give out a few free keys to some guys on Twitch and, oh, hey, look, a whole bunch of people are playing our thing.
Very much.
It's not that hard to start a bit of a groundswell. I'm not saying it's super easy either. I'm not that daft. But you don't require the money and scope of a place like EA anymore.
Yeah. The gateway for entry is much lower now. Like, you don't have to have those industry contacts to get access.
Yeah.
No. Like, any Joe Blogs can drop a game on Steam.
Yeah. I played
$20
some of those
and you're in.
Great fun.
Yeah. Like,
I don't know how much longer they'll survive.
Even platforms like the fucking PlayStation and Nintendo on their store, they're full of fucking junkware as well. Like, anyone can fucking throw a game up on that. It doesn't take much to get on a console anymore either.
Weirdly enough, I think the people who are most stringent in what they add is Apple's App Store.
They always have been.
Yeah,
they
always
kind of approach is their thing.
Definitely. But everyone else is like, you got the money? Alright, cool. We'll put it up there. We're not going to advertise it, but we'll put it there. But yeah, no, I think their day is done, and I think a lot of them see that writing on the wall, and they're just huddled behind their library of IP. Like, please, keep us going.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it happen in plenty of other industries, where these, you remember back when Machinima was taking off.
Yeah.
You wanted to be part of a place like, oddly enough, Machinima.
Yeah.
Because they would have the ability to be like, oh, no, that's fair, you shut up. We'll make sure you get paid.
Yeah.
Well, then people realized pretty quickly it's not that hard to do that myself. I don't need these people. And slowly those companies have died off. They have sort of come back in the new form for VTubers, but even that's starting to die off because there's more and more independent VTubers now. You don't have to be part of HoloLive.
Yeah, the thing is, they came back for VTubers and did the exact same shit they did as Machinima, the same shady stuff. Like, you give us your entire paycheck and then we pay you. It's like, guys, no! Never do that! It's bad! But,
You've got to pay them somehow, and usually the easiest one is that. And the guaranteed paycheck is quite nice if you're probably getting started.
Yeah. And
you don't have an audience. Being able to be like, I will definitely make X amount of money plus X amount of money if my streams do well. It's probably pretty tempting.
Yeah. But there are currently some horror stories coming out from the VTuber society. It's like, Glad I don't have to deal with that, which is great.
Yeah. But we are getting a lot more independent VTubers, so even that area is losing traction. Gaming has just been very resistant because of cost of product. Now a lot more people are creating single A, double A games and being like, dude, there's plenty of profit in this realm. I don't need to be those guys.
Yeah.
I don't need to fight with the...
If we sell like $100 issues of a $30 game, we've made pretty good bank. We probably made back our money.
Yeah.
Whereas it's like, AAA, the bloat's too high, you can't make your money back.
Yeah, and I mean, like, 30 copies of a $100 game is pretty easy to do. So, if your investment is low, the amount you need back before it's profitable is also comparatively low.
Yeah, definitely.
If you cost $100 million, guess what? You better sell every fucking copy of that game you possibly can.
Actually, just reminds me, here in Brisbane, there used to be a little barber who, his entire, barber shop was the size of a cubicle. It's just tacked
that
onto
one
the side.
chair?
Yeah, that one chair. That guy was awesome. And he did 3 haircuts a day, and he was sorted for the week. That's his entire overhead. If you shrink your overhead enough, you don't have to, go all out all the time to make your money. So that works. And hopefully these guys shrinking their overhead down to, 100 or so people.
I don't think that's going to help necessarily on profits because
it won't help
EA
profits,
and Ubisoft have these weird metrics they never want to talk about that determine whether or not a game was a success. And it's never just like it didn't make enough money.
Yeah. I swear it has to be that, though, because it's like all these other things. This is a great game. It won an award. Nah, not good enough. But why?
No. I don't think it's that it didn't make enough money. It's that it didn't make enough money for someone's inflated expectation.
Yeah.
Stockholder A wasn't able to purchase 3 new yachts, only 2. The horror. The shame.
Yeah. I mean, I remember one of the... It was like the 3rd Tomb Raider game. It underperformed because it didn't, make double the amount of sales that it did get. The amount of sales it did get were 100,000. It was good.
It was a good launch.
Nah, we need double that or it's no good. It's a trash launch.
Yeah. Well, once they started dumping shit tons of money on the industry and expecting that they would somehow double or triple in returns, that's not guaranteed.
Well, for a little while it did.
That is true. It did.
That
for
was
a
the
while.
big thing that happened during COVID. Because people were at home, the gaming industry saw an unprecedented influx of cash.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they're like, oh yeah, man, we're on the gravy train now. Hey man, the gravy train's out of gravy.
Yeah.
Well, it's not just that, but it happened in every industry with COVID. Everything went up in price because, scarcity, but it never went back down. Never returned to pre-COVID prices. Oh, people will pay this. We paid this because we were trapped at fucking home. We had literally no choice.
I don't think things are likely to go back down because they've got that money now. They don't want that to decrease. That means line go down. That's bad. Yeah.
Line can't go down. Line must go up.
It's okay, we've got you over a barrel. We'll charge you $2 extra. We don't have them over the barrel anymore, but we're only going to drop that by $1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give you a little scrap of something to keep you happy. It's no. Stop that.
And now fucking Coles is looking at potentially strapping body cams on staff members who wander around the store to catch shoplifting.
Oh, I maintain that can't be for shoplifting. That is just to keep track of their people. I can't see it working any other way, because no one who works for Coles or Woolies is going to stop or confront shoplifters. I have worked for these places. They actively tell you don't do it because people are insane.
I seen online the other day people walking around, people going into Coles and Woolies and how they've got those little fucking e-paper price tags now.
Yeah.
And they were taking those because they're worth $100 or so bucks a pop.
They're worth a decent.
And they're not hard to recode, and there's just a little digital display, so they take it out and they're selling them for parts because they work
Oh, I love that. It's we're going to have these digital things. We're not going to change prices unless we have to. It's we don't trust you. We're stealing them now.
Yeah.
We're not stealing your produce. We're stealing your price tags.
I mean, the amount of times I've looked... Have you noticed that they're starting to charge surcharges if you go to a Coles on a public holiday?
I have, yeah.
The amount of times I've been like, man, all I want to do is like go and like get an entire cart of stuff from the frozen food section, go up to the self checkout. Oh no, I'm not paying that surcharge, and just walk away.
Yeah. I've seen people do that. Like,
And then just walk back in the store. Do it again.
yeah.
Do it as many times until they stop me doing it.
Until they kick you from that store, and then you go to a different Coles. And just do
It's
it
just
all
like,
again.
fuck you. I'm
Look,
not...
you don't even need to do that. You just fill yourself a trolley full of random shit. You walk to the self-service checkout, and then you just walk out of the store and leave your trolley in the middle of it.
Ooh, that's a new one.
The point is, though, by having it at least be frozen section stuff, it's like there's a timeline on it.
Yeah.
Like, they actually need to action it right now. They can't just roll it off to the side and be like, we'll deal with that later.
Yeah. So they've got to get someone to go and put this back on the shelf, and even then, if it's too warm, they have to throw it out by, like, default.
That's the point of, like, you like going like 3 or 4... this is not a call to action.
We don't endorse this.
absolutely
We're just
not.
3 Muppets. Do not
What?
listen to us.
Imagine if you had like 4 or 5 people all do it in one go.
Yeah.
Just stagger them so that like one person goes through and does it, and then the next one, and then the next one, and just fucking fuck up the self-checkout with frozen goods.
Yeah. The funny thing is, like, they have the self-checkouts, but they've started bringing back other, like, checkouts again. Because it's like, oh yeah, we found that people were getting really annoyed with the self-checkouts. Like, yeah, that thing we kept telling you. We don't like them. They're shit.
So, if anything, if I go through self-checkout, I should be getting a discount because you're fucking paying me to do your fucking job.
Exactly.
Oh no, but we had to invest all the money in the machines and the constant security with the cameras. Like, that's where the money goes, so that's why we can't discount it.
It'd
for you.
almost be
Ignore the
cheaper
fact
if you
we-
paid wages.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, that's the weird thing. Like, I wonder what the cost analysis is between just keeping the people they had employed and then, like, retrofitting all this shit on top. Like, they have to be in the hole for it.
Their biggest problem probably would be lawn service.
Yeah. True. Then again, Coles and Woolies have always done the whole thing of, oh, we'll get a bunch of 15-year-olds and fire them before they're 18.
Yeah, but that's my point. It's like the high school checkout person, it's like, yeah, they don't care about that. They didn't give a shit about them to begin with. It's anyone who stays there longer than that and ends up getting, like, you know, actual money required to keep them there. So now they're minimizing the number. Well, I don't know if they're doing this on purpose, but, like, it seems that way. They seem to be minimizing the number of people they have working at a Coles, so it's like, cool, we have the minimum number of people who could possibly actually cost us money working here.
Eventually, it's just going to be one 15-year-old just surveying a bunch of bots, panicking when anything goes wrong.
It's why they don't do Nightfall anymore. It's why they restock shelves while customers are still trying to fucking buy shit.
It's so fucking annoying.
It is very annoying. Like, I've worked retail. I know how shit it is working that job. But why would you force your employees to do it when there's people around? Nightfill was fucking amazing.
Because
you put in
got
headphones.
night rates.
Yeah, true. But it's like you put in headphones, you get everything looking pretty, people walk in the next day, it looks fucking amazing. Whereas now, it's just, I walk in and there's just boxes all over the floor because they don't have a pallet with them because they don't have the space for it. So they just kind of line them up along the place. It's like,
Or they've got that giant hand cart that takes up, like, most of an aisle.
Oh, I hate those things. They're always blocking the ends of the aisle where all the specials are.
Yeah, because
It's
they're
like-
probably restocking them.
Yeah. Or if, like, you can see, like, that's full. It's like, oh, I'm just putting it there to get out of the way. It's like, I want the thing, and I feel awkward moving your shit.
Yeah.
My anxiety yells at me.
See,
Coles-
America, it's not just a dystopia in food stores in America. It's pretty bad here, too.
At least we have eggs.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't fucking tariff ourselves into hunger. Yet. Give it time. We do tend to follow suit of America.
Point is, though, yeah, fuck Coles. Fuck
Yeah.
Woolies.
Like, there aren't many independent grocers around, like, Brisbane. There's a couple that I occasionally just frequent. There's that, like, Toowong has a few, like, actual decent butchers and grocers and that kind of stuff. If you can find them, fucking go for them. At times it'll be a bit more expensive, but the stuff is so much better.
Quality of products, though.
Yeah. I absolutely stay away from any farmers market though. Like I do not trust farmers markets anymore after going to a couple around Brisbane, or at least the ones near the CBD. Don't bother with those. They're fucking shit. Further out you go, better. But I went to one when I was living in Windsor, and I was like, all right, I need some like basic herbs. Went down, all the herbs are just brown and dead. It's like, fuck. And they were charging like 3 times as much as Coles and Woolies. I'm like, I want to support, but at the same time,
fresh.
Oh, these weren't fresh. Like these, if I hadn't touched them, I'm pretty sure they were
Freshly dead.
So, you put them in a thing and you crush them up into medicine. Like they're already going to fall apart, man. Like they're just pre-pounded. What the fuck? Meanwhile, there's like Hanaro marts everywhere. Just like, you want garlic? Here's an entire kilo of peeled garlic. Like, I love this place.
Yeah.
Hanaro Mart is my spirit animal. Just nothing but garlic and weird things.
I mean, Hanaro Mart, Fresco, there's another one.
The one that recently replaced Fresco for us,
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure is the same place, different name.
Yeah. I honestly wouldn't be surprised. Like, I've never looked into it, but if I looked into the back end to find out that Hanaro Mart, Fresco, and that other one are all owned by the same parent company.
Oh, definitely. A couple of people who work there, I swear, are the same people. And I'm like, I don't want to say anything, because that just makes me seem weird. It's like, are you the same people? Is it the same company?
Well, I mean, like, when the Fresco was closing, they were like, okay, well, are you closing or just restocking? We're just getting more stock in.
Yeah.
And then it disappeared for a week, and then this new shop with the exact same layout and products was there.
Yeah. The exact same things. It was great.
It's like, did you guys, you did a name brand thing?
It's like the rug shop that's always on sale. Then closing down sale, and then a week later, it's rugs 1,000,001.
Oh man, I love when they got in trouble for that. It's like, guys, you actually have to close down. You can't just keep threatening to close down. Oh god. But no, long story short, fuck Coles and Woolies.
Yeah. As much as they have an annoying stranglehold on the food here,
yeah,
fuck yourselves.
I mean, was it a duopoly here? And every time anything gets close to like being somewhat useful, they stomp it.
I think the only one they haven't managed to kill is Aldi.
And that's because it's being backed by the UK version of them, going, no, we will continue to give
Isn't
food.
it German?
Oh, that's right. No, it's Germany. Yeah. Because they have Asda in UK, which is the German one that like, is basically Aldi, isn't it?
I honestly don't know.
I don't live there. I'm not sure.
Here we've got like Foodlands as well, which is like fucking massive. They are so good.
Do we still have like actual IGA?
Yeah, we got IGAs, and back home is Foodworks as well. Like back in rural New South Wales, we had Foodworks.
Yeah. We still got Foodworks up here, but Foodworks are pretty tiny now.
Yeah. Same with IGA here in Queensland. There's one of them, but it's like one of those convenience store IGAs.
I've got a full-size IGA near me.
I remember there was one out your way, yeah. It was actually a really good one, if I remember correct.
Yeah, it's not bad.
My hometown has a Coles and a Woolies on the same block, and at the complete opposite end of the main drag is the Foodworks, and holy shit, it does a roaring trade, because it covers an entire half the town that the rest of us don't want to deal with fucking Coles and Woolies.
Nice.
And probably a quarter of the people who are on the other side of town are like, fuck it, I'll do the extra run down to the Foodworks.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But it's one of those things that it's hard to get away from, unfortunately.
Yeah. That's kind of the biggest issue. They've got enough fingers and enough pies, they're not going anywhere anytime soon.
Actually, what really annoys me are the Metro stores they keep opening.
Oh, fuck those.
Yeah, like, because they're more expensive and they have less of a volume. Like, it's like, oh, we're charging for convenience. Like, if I walk 2 minutes down the road, there is a full Woolies or Coles here. What convenience? You're just charging me more because you have a Metro branding on it.
Yeah.
Can I get some milk here? No, but we'll sell you any kind of energy drink you want.
Yeah.
So you're not even useful.
Or it's like, oh, I need milk. Oh, we only have 1 litre bottles. Like, fuck off. I need more milk than this.
What psychopath buys 1 litre bottles of milk?
Though, like, I know where you are, like, the Night Owls and 7-Elevens, that kind of shit. You can get, like, there's some groceries, there's some basic shit in there. Here, all of those have been pretty much replaced with all that is candy. All it is sugar and cereal. There is nothing else in them. I think it might be soft drinks, energy drinks, and sugar and American cereal. That's all that is in any of it.
A lot of them are heading that way in the CBD here in Brisbane, and Easy Mart's already just candy.
I was about to say, they're basically only because they're being taken over by Easy Mart.
Yeah. Honestly, I like Easy Mart. They've got some interesting stuff. They do a lot of, like, bringing stuff in from other countries, mostly American. But, yeah. Actually, that reminds me. I bought something from, I think it was Easy Mart the other day. Snickers has a new flavor, which is a coffee Snickers.
Yeah, I had that one.
I don't hate it. I actually quite liked it.
I don't hate it, but I don't think it added anything to a Snickers.
No, it just changes the flavor of the nougat. That's about it. But I enjoyed it.
But,
I probably won't go out of my way to get it, though.
It's more that I only did it a little bit. It's not like it had a strong, like, this is coffee.
Yeah.
It was like, maybe more like a latte, I guess. What the fuck is Dan?
Oh, pizza. What the fuck? Heinz.
Okay,
Why?
okay. John Doe is currently showing us that he has an open can of Heinz pizza-flavored beans.
Wait,
Yeah. I see
is
it
it
on the
in,
shop.
like, marinara sauce or something?
No,
Like,
it tastes like they've got normal baked beans and they've just put the flavoring from pizza shapes in it and just stir the fuck around.
so it's just a shit ton of oregano. Like, that's it. Just dump that in there.
I don't know how I
didn't hate
feel
it.
about that.
Like, I would just, like, freebase the fucking pizza shape flavor.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Honestly,
And
that on
I didn't
toast
mind it.
would be pretty good. Like, pizza beans on toast, it could work. Throw some cheese on top, yeah.
I don't know, like, I kind of like what we thought it was going to be, where it was just, like, beans and marinara sauce. Like, that actually sounded really good.
Yeah.
It was not that.
Disappointing.
It was the normal, like, Heinz bean sauce, just with the fucking pizza flavoring.
The fun thing is when because we do all this stuff on, like, Discord with video up, and just, like, John Doe holding up a can, there's just beans! I'm like, why is he showing us beans? And we just see pizza. Like, oh, God.
I mean, this is the guy we sent the hot dog water candle to.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
fucking liked it.
We still can't find more of them. Like, I love that our weekly ritual is going to, like, what is it?
TK Maxx.
TK Maxx, and just huffing candles. We find random candles and just send them on to people. So we sent you the hot dog one, and what was the other one? The pineapple pizza, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, both were
There's-
awesome.
there's other ones that they do, but we just can't find them. Like, one day we will. We'll find some more weird gag candles.
I mean, there's plenty of bad candles that we've seen. I mean, that fucking bagel.
No, the bagel that will never be sold.
It's been there for like 3 months. They can't seem to get rid of it. They've even put sales stickers on it. And no one fucking wants this horrendous candle.
Oh, it smells horrible. Because you look at it, it's like, oh, maybe it'll smell like baked goods. No, it smells like rancid stale bagel. It's like, oh, God.
I don't know if it smells better if you warm it up.
Maybe.
But it, like, just off of, like, taking the lid off and having a sniff is like, no way. That candle is forever on this shelf.
It's also got that weird milk after smell.
Oh, I can't stand that shit.
Yeah.
Someone is going to have, like, really busted, like, scent of smell. And they're going to get there and go, oh my God, this is, like, the freshest bagel ever.
I need
All
this.
right, look, man, if it's still there on Saturday, I will buy the bagel candle for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you the wrong address because I've moved.
Nah, you'll just turn up in, like, Brisbane with a knife, like, don't ever send me bagels again. So they light that one on fire, it's just nothing but nerve gas. How did we get here? What was the original conversation?
I don't know anymore. I don't even care.
It's
We got
lost to
somewhere
the
more
squirrel
interesting.
tide.
Yeah. We don't have Hamel time, we have squirrel time.
Yeah. It's like, you know, like those oceans, like, of, like, things, like a swarm? It's just a bunch of squirrels dragging down subjects until you can't see them anymore.
And murmuration of squirrels.
I love that. Memoration is probably the best way of putting it. Oh.
So, Steam is actually going to tell you if early access games are basically dead.
Thank fuck.
I really like that. Like, I have bought a couple of early access games in the past where it's like, this is good if they ever get round to, like, updating it. Oh, it's been 4 years since they updated. Neat.
Yeah. Like, there were a few games it's like, shit, I really wanted to play that. It's like, you have to really hunt out the community or what's left of them to see if the game is still being updated or worth fucking playing.
Yeah. Or just hope to God the modding community liked it enough to keep making something for it.
I just like the idea that some of these fucking scammers, effectively, I don't want to necessarily call it a scam because you do get something, but you don't ever get the finished product.
You never get the thing you were pitched.
Yeah.
essentially.
And like them leaving it on Steam just means that it's still there for someone else to buy because they don't know that it's fucking gone.
Yeah,
shit.
it's a fucking landmine.
Absolutely. Which I mean, it's
So
like probably why Steam's doing it. They're probably sick of people getting shitty at them for it.
Or like doing returns on, this game is getting updates, so I don't want it anymore.
Yeah.
So now there will be warnings telling you how long ago since the dev did an update. It's like,
I really like
shame these people if they're not fixing their shit.
Steam
Fucking oath.
has been making some solid changes to their like systems for that kind of stuff, haven't they? Because the
Freaking
other
oath.
last year we had another thing go through, which was they were basically shaming a few of them for fucking over their fan bases, or not providing the game that was meant to be.
Oh, they had one of like games that were advertised and were broken or not as they were advertised. But they've also had that massive one lately of the fucking season passes and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really waiting for that to kick into full
Fucking oath.
Yeah. Look, if Ark got in trouble for selling DLC when still in early access, Battle Passes should also get you in trouble for being in early access. Like, early access means until the game launches, you have everything. They should be.
You cannot monetize this further until 1.0.
No, at least a lot of the shit, like Path of Exile, the shit you can get in that, it is early access, but it's all shit you can buy in the first Path of Exile game that you can still access in the second one.
Yeah.
That's really fucking cool.
And I still love that fucking game.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, they saw a
It's
massive...
still my fucking go-to.
Yeah. They got a massive influx of players, apparently, after Musk basically showed how shit he was at it. He accidentally rage-baited everyone into playing the game, and now everyone's like, this game's actually really fun! Like, yes.
Yeah.
The only good thing Elon Musk has done the last 10 years.
Now abandon Diablo and join the Promised Land.
Yeah.
Yes! Join us. Eventually it'll be free.
Look, I still, as far as I'm concerned, for the amount I've played and the amount of fun I've had,
Yeah.
quality of that game, it is more than worth the money that it asked and the money I then put into the game.
Oh, definitely. How much time have I sunk into this?
I'm at 71.
I'm at 72.2.
Alright, let me have a look.
I'm pretty sure, like, Seth will have us beat by at least a couple
No,
of
I
digits.
think you probably will because I've been playing, like, Spider-Man and stuff.
Oh, that's true. I'm still only in the first chapter of, like, the second go-around, because there are certain bosses... Yeah, it's like, there's certain bosses, like, I have to restructure everything, and...
That cemetery boss is just absolutely drilling me.
Yeah. He is
I
destroying
can get it
me.
almost all the way, and then I don't know if his AoE of his, like, hammer attack expands, but what I swear I've dodged the entire fucking fight, now one-shots me.
Yeah.
Alright, 68 hours, so I'm only just behind.
Oh shit, somehow I'm winning. It has more of my soul, god damn it!
I think it's more telling that I'm only just behind you guys and I've been playing other games.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you're also, like, at a higher rate than we are, because I faff around in that game far too much. Like, I'm a hoarder, so I just like, ooh, thing, pick it up, go back to town.
I still never finished the boss of the first act with my first character.
That's true.
Look, I haven't actually beaten the last boss of the game yet because it like the summons just
Look,
without the gear, it's really, really hard.
I lucked out on that one, and just I was so close to death on that when I finally beat that one. It was just pure luck. Like Iron Jesus liked me that day.
The tarantula looking fucking thing, the robot boss.
Yeah.
That I had such struggle with that until I worked out that fucking laser ass attack that it always swings in the same direction, and then I just followed it. I dodge rolled to the opposite side and then followed it around, and it never bothered me again, and I just wiped the floor with it the next go.
like, most games, if I'm fighting a boss, this is pretty chill, and I'll just keep trying. Path of Exile, I'm just sitting there, like, just freaking the fuck out, sweat dropping down the brow, like, I have to pay attention. If I lapse for a second, I die, I have to do it all over again.
But they don't generally ask you to do it for too long.
Yeah.
No.
It also feels amazing when you finally kick the shit out of a boss who's been annoying you.
Yeah.
One of the biggest problems I've had with people who've learnt the wrong lessons from these sort of games, they make tough bosses, but like, cool, be perfect for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
No?
No,
Yeah.
I don't like that. Then there's me in the background accidentally cheesing things with a mercenary.
I found the same thing like being a poison archer. Like,
yeah.
I drop 3 attacks that I can run away from, and it does a massive AoE, and I just kite everything through it. I know, you're all dead. Next.
I got more than halfway through the game without using grenades as a mercenary, and then then finally discovering grenades, going, why the fuck was I ignoring these?
Yeah.
Just, God,
when I take a break from doing my witch, I've been playing a fighter. At this point, I basically don't take damage, and every time something punches me, it hurts itself.
So I'm assuming every time you're
hitting
fighting,
yourself.
anytime you're playing that, just in the back of your head is the Beyblades theme, just playing constantly. I love that.
It's
any
not
of these games.
end game viable, but like the way I'm playing it. But like
Yeah.
I'm having fun, and I don't care.
Yeah, like my build is definitely not endgame viable, like at all. This is just cheese for cheese's sake. And eventually I'll get round to like fixing my build.
And I mean, the fact that I'm replaying content I've already finished with a new character, and I'm like, I'm still having a fucking great time.
Yeah.
I think the only hard part of the actual game is finding relevant gear.
Yep,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Like, I have a chest piece that's still level 8, and I'm only keeping it because it has plus 30 spirit, and I haven't found anything to replace it.
Finding anything with spirit in that game is annoyingly difficult.
There's not that many pieces of gear with guaranteed spirit on.
Yeah, it's
I
mostly
think
just
there's
the
like 5 in the whole game.
yeah, it's mostly like the talismans for like the witch and everything and that kind of stuff. But not the talisman. What's their offhand?
Oh,
BD
like,
stick,
lots of people
whatever.
get a wand or staff that can give them some spirit. It's more the fact that there's only like 5 uniques in the entire game that are guaranteed. Spirit bonus.
Yeah.
The rest of it's like, hopefully you get a random modifier.
And
Things like-
somehow at level 8, I got a plus 30 spirit chest piece.
Nice.
And I'm just hanging on to it. I can't upgrade it anymore. I can't do anything else with it.
Yeah. I hate when you have like a really nice piece of gear that you know is hindering you now. It's like, but
Yeah.
it's good for this one thing I need for my build.
Or
Yeah,
you threw a piece of gear on randomly just because you had an open slot.
Uh,
And
Yeah.
then later on you find out that it's actually been buffing a stat you've been using the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I had a linchpin pair of boots. I thought, fuck, I'm going to replace these pair of boots. And didn't realize it was the one thing with enough strength stat on it that was holding up every other fucking piece of gear. It's like,
Yeah.
I took...
I had the same thing happen with a headpiece.
Yeah.
I encountered that a lot more in the first Path of Exile. I haven't had it happen as often in 2.
Yeah, I have generally found gear that's at least in the right direction for my character,
Yeah.
but not really the stats I'm looking for or the bonuses I want.
I know there is a bow that does chaos damage. I just want one that also does fucking physical. That's all I want. Or something else that boosts fucking chaos. But there's chaos resistance and there's poison chance, which is near fucking useless.
Yeah. I'm trying to edge away from lightning damage at the moment because it's useful for certain things, but there's entire like minions that just decimate because they're immune to it.
Oh,
Every time I get like a decent crossbow, like I found one that goes up to 120 damage each hit. It's like, yes, I'm in. This is like double what my current crossbow does. But it was a common. It's like, all right, upgrade it. And upgrade all the way through. It's like, you want more lightning damage? Have more lightning damage. Like, this is fucking amazing. But I need something other than lightning damage.
fucking for the ranger, you start off with poison skills, and you get the odd lightning skill thrown into it. The highest level poison skill is a level 10 skill. There's no, like, the others go up to what I think it's 14 is the top tier of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so the level 12 and level 14 skills are all wind and lightning. There's like, there's a point where it's like, okay, there's no point in having, like, even looking at this fucking skill tree. I'm just going to be leveling up the same skills I've been using since this fucking point.
Yeah.
It's quite annoying. I'd like some higher level shit that I can use.
We are getting to that point in Path of Exile where it's like, you know, things are getting scarcer and more annoying, but I'm still loving it. That's the weird thing. It irritates me to no end, but at the same time, I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
Having a game that like requires a little bit of your attention, not just completely mindless.
Yeah. But at the same time, I have areas I can go back to which are mindless. Just run around, have fun.
Yeah.
Like, I went
But,
back
like,
to
even-
Act 1 as my current thing, and it's just decimating. It's like, I looked in your direction. You used to fuck my day. Now I get to fuck yours. I'm just collecting loot to, like, palm off to another character when I build it. So, I have so many of those, like, low-level orbs now.
Yeah, same. Actually, I've got like an awful lot of like low level and really high level. It's like the middle area where I'm like, I don't have enough fucking gems.
I have so many of the gems that let you turn commons into magical and give them extra effects, but I have so few of the ones after that. But, like, give these, like, epics an extra thing. It's like,
I mean, that's what Go Round 2's for, because your drop rate on that stuff is way up, and then post game you can actually target farm.
I have noticed those, which is pretty good. Do you think
I'm
we
so
like
hanging
this
for
game?
fucking target farming because goddamn, this is frustrating as shit at the moment.
No, Swoosh, I don't think we like this game at all.
No, we clearly hate it. It's just horrible game. Do not recommend. Goodbye now.
Damn it, now I can imagine just that fucking thing from The Simpsons, the subliminal messaging on smoking.
Yep. Or was it
Play
the
Path!
No, it's the what was the song when Bart's in a boy band? Yeah.
Oh no, that's not the one.
Join the Navy. It's like Join the Navy backwards.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was though. But same kind of thing, just Path of Exile backwards.
Just like, what was that? We use subliminal, liminal, and superliminal. What's superliminal? You! Join the Navy!
That's how they got Zach. But,
I mean, he joined the army, but yeah.
True.
Well, I mean, they went, do you want to play with guns? And he went, yes.
You had me at guns. Oh. God damn. We should probably talk about some, like, sad things that happened this week. Or last week, technically, for a Queensland thing.
Do we have to?
We should probably mention... We rip on America enough, we should probably mention some of the weird shit that happens here.
I mean, we spent half this thing bitching about fucking food stores in Australia.
That is true. That is very true.
Alright, go for it.
So, Queensland recently passed a new thing, which is adult time for adult crime. Which is kids who are accused of, like, high-level crimes, like murder, assault with a deadly weapon, that kind of stuff. They can now serve adult time. And I think the cutoff for it's like 10, something
like that, yeah.
Something like that. They've lowered it substantially from what it used to be. Which I can understand, because there have been gangs of kids running around with machetes before, breaking into houses, causing actual problems. And they basically get slapped on the wrist. Like, we have seen a return of Fagans, which, for anyone who has not read or watched the Oliver Twist novels or movies, a Fagin is someone
Fix
who...
that.
Yeah, first of all, fix it. Second of all, a Fagin is someone who takes in youths and then teaches them how to commit crimes or do things. In exchange, they take the lion's share, and these kids go off and do things. It's meant to be like Fagans are retired, criminals who don't have the ability to do it anymore, and they just teach the new generation and they get a cut. Whereas now, whereas kids used to be like lookouts for things, they're sending kids in to do shit.
Yeah.
Like, send the kids in because they'll get a slap on the wrist and released the next day. But if I'm caught, I go to jail for a long period. So these guys will ditch. Like, they'll send kids in to rob a house, see a cop nearby, and just fucking drive away. Like, just leaving these kids to fend for themselves, which isn't great. But whilst I like increasing things for, like, these kind of, like, very bad crimes, the default response is we're sending them to jail. It's like, that doesn't help. That just adds them back into the cycle of reoffending. So I don't know how well that's going to go for them.
Look, I mean, it's all part of the much bigger problem of prisons.
Yeah. I still find it weird that we found out, like, we went down this rabbit hole a few episodes back. Like, we have private prisons in Australia. I didn't realize we had those.
Yeah. I was so sure we had only government-run facilities.
Federal prisons.
Yeah, we have substantially fewer than other countries, but we have a couple of privates. But,
well, I mean, the USA is the king of that shit, so...
Yeah.
Everyone looks better compared to them.
Especially at the
For
moment.
so much.
But the point is, like, the topic of, like, what incarceration really does or doesn't do, outside of isolate potentially dangerous people, is a far bigger question than this podcast can possibly get into.
Yeah.
So, like, I like the idea of, oh, you murdered someone? Well, you should probably do, like, proper something about that. Right now, our really only solution is put you in prison.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what we're going to do. But, like, damn it, we need, like, as a society, not just necessarily Australia or anything like that, we've got to find a better solution than prisons.
Yeah. They're not
and
working.
To some degree, we have. We're working on it. We're getting there. Social programs have shown to decrease criminal activity and, what's the word for when they do it again?
Ah, fuck, I said it 3 seconds ago. I've already forgotten it.
Yeah, you stops repeat offending.
Bad Time 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. So, like, we know that there's work to be done and we can decrease and, in some cases, eliminate. But, like, prisons aren't really helping us. The threat of prisons isn't stopping people.
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah. We just had to mention that shit happening, because, you know, bad shit's happening all around the world, not just the US.
Yeah.
Although, like, I feel bad for Mexico and Canada. It feels like two places stuck next to a crack den.
Yeah.
Like, just... They're gonna jump the fence and steal our patio furniture, I know it!
USA, stop bringing the property values down.
No.
I mean, it wants to go steal new property now, so...
Oh, yeah, because they're now basically saying they're going to try and take the canal.
Right now they've been talking... No, the big one they've been talking about lately is taking over the Gaza Strip.
Ah, yeah,
like,
that's
he wants to go in, kick all of the Palestinians out, and then flatten and rebuild the whole area.
Because that worked so well last time they did it, right? Like, just so good.
Well, it's more the fact that, like, they've been bitching about a lot of what the foreign aid has been costing the United States. Like, do you understand how much this would cost to do if you could do it?
I think
let alone the massive war crime that would be kicking every Palestinian out of Palestine.
Yeah. Yeah, that and displacement of an entire people is not exactly something that the world looks happily upon. This is generally frowned upon.
And it's very much we're gonna build a wall and Mexico's gonna pay for it. Like, we're gonna rebuild Palestine and they're all gonna pay for it. Like,
I think in one of his speeches it was like there's other progressive nations and they're really on board and they'll help us pay to do it. Which progressive fucking nation is going to help you do this?
Name them. Go on, let's see what happens.
Probably China and Russia.
No, it's the guy they want to sell their prisoners to.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the world's on fire. Let's move on to more fun topics again.
Do you want to hear some irony?
I love irony!
An AI firm that is seeking new employees has asked all new employees to avoid using AI to create their resumes.
they also did recently come out essentially saying stealing data to train AI is bad unless you're in the US. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's fucking gold, man.
I love
You
that they got
created
so
these
shitty about it.
tools that are designed to like do anything you want.
Yeah.
Okay, apply for this job for me.
Yeah.
No, don't use the tools we made to do that.
Yeah.
Stop using the tools that way. You're not meant to be using them. They're for us.
You're beating our AI tool because your AI tool knows what all the buzzwords are.
Yeah. I recently, a mate of ours put me on to, what was it, the Notebook AI. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. I've got it somewhere. But basically just put in PDFs to train it. So I've just fed that thing a shit ton of D&D stuff. Like, hey, we're gonna do D&D things. It's like, yeah! It's just a hype little goblin who wants to do D&D things in the corner of my PC now. It's great.
Though, also shitty things that fucking the Copilot, whatever it is, on fucking Windows PCs. Particularly if you get, like, for those that buy the Office 365, like, for those that actually sunk into it. But a while ago, they all got emails saying that your plan has changed, the price of your plan is increasing, but you're getting Copilot. It's like, a lot of people
Can I opt out and keep it the same price?
Well, no, because they in the email it said your old plan is gone. It no longer exists. It has increased, but you are getting Copilot. And then people started complaining, and which they suddenly realized that you could actually go back to your old one at a cheaper price and not have any AI features.
Oh,
They just decided to upgrade people to force them into the higher price with their AI and not tell them there was a cheaper option. They just renamed the next step up Basic, and they renamed what they were on Classic. They only told them there was a Basic option.
God damn.
Ooh, that has to be something they can go for. It's like, come on, guys, you can't pull that shit.
Yeah, because the plan was called Basic before, and
Yeah.
so they just renamed the next one up Basic.
Oh, that's dumb. Like, I've been looking for a new, like, Surface or tablet so I can run, like, D&D shit on it, because my gaming laptop is about to kill itself. I can hear it screaming in the background, just by existing. But every time I go into JB Hi-Fi or anywhere else, all the tablets, like, oh, and you're built in as all the AI features. Like, I don't want any of this. Can I get this without the shit on it? And every time they're like, no, we can't. It's pre-done. You can't get rid of it. Like, neat. Do you have Linux tablets? I'll run that shit. Like, no, we don't stock them. Like, fuck you.
Nowhere stocks a Linux tablet.
Yeah. I mean, I can jailbreak something and get it that way.
But
then I'd tell you to just buy a cheap little laptop and do it then. It's way easier.
Yeah. Also, there's, Steam OS comes out soon. They're finally dropping that shit.
Simmer on
Yeah.
that one.
I'm
a lot of
gonna
people are talking pretty hype on that, but it's the Steam OS is really just a Linux kernel designed to run Steam.
Yeah.
It's not really designed to do anything else.
Pretty much. I think everyone's hyping it because it's just not Mac and it's not Microsoft. Like,
But the strides they've made while creating the Steam OS is propagating into the rest of the Linux community and making them better. So I'm not going to talk shit about the Steam OS, just simmer a little on it. It's not going to replace Windows.
it feels like an
But it
add-on
is
to
a very
Linux as
important
opposed
thing.
to a replacement
Yes.
for Windows. Yeah. Like, I can definitely see getting like Linux PC or something and just putting the Steam OS in its virtual machine and play games on.
100%.
That'd be fine. I'd be okay with that. I may eventually move to Linux because I'm so fucking sick of how often my Windows crashes. Because I got forced onto Windows 11.
Same.
I hate the fucking task manager. I hate the taskbar. It keeps randomly refreshing and then sometimes doesn't come back.
My
Like-
taskbar I can't even consistently work with. Sometimes stuff goes over it, sometimes stuff goes under it, sometimes
Yeah.
it just doesn't want to show up.
Yeah.
It's fucking annoying. I don't know how you fucked up the thing you've had since XP.
The weirdest thing I get with it is I have two
No,
monitors, right?
95.
Oh, yeah,
Fuck.
95. Fuck. I have two monitors. Now, the taskbar should be the fucking same on both of them, yeah?
No, not based on Windows, because Windows has an extension, not a clone.
Yeah, that's true. But, like, the icons you pin should relatively be similar. they're never the same. Certain ones will be on different things. And it's like, all right, I'll pin this, and I'll pin it on the other one. And it'll disappear on one screen and only appear on the other. It's like, why? You're pinned on both.
Because it should only appear on the one that you've got the window open in.
No.
If you've dragged it there as an icon without it being open, it'll appear on both. If you've opened it up from somewhere else, it'll only appear on the screen where you've got that window open or can open that window.
Yeah.
Well, a weird thing I've noticed is like some programs when you open them, they open and you've just got the little one icon to reselect the window if you ever want to use it.
Yeah.
But with something like, say, Discord, I can see the icon on my taskbar that's pinned there to open Discord, and then there's another icon on my taskbar for active Discord. Why is this not the same icon?
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that with like my web browser. It's like, oh, these are part of the web browser. Like, that is Discord. Why are you showing me this? I just want to see the tabs for my web browser so I can tab between them. No, I'm going to show you everything. It's like, stop it.
Because I fucking hate 11. It's so trash. Like, absolute hot garbage.
We've said that about most Windows, like, updates. Mostly because they are. But this one just feels like they didn't even try.
Yeah.
Like, it's bad.
Honestly. Like, I know a lot of people gave Vista a lot of shit. Guys, like, come on. Look at this thing. Like, 11's barely functional.
I will go back to Vista if it gets me off 11. Like, I will hate every second of it, but I will go back.
I'm pretty sure my next OS upgrade will be to Linux and not go back.
Yeah. There's so many decent builds for Linux now that you can just get from GitHub or wherever else you need them from, and just, they work.
I mean, like, I've said it before, anytime I brought up Linux, I tried Mint. The only thing that stopped me was my Wi-Fi card was too old. That's an easy fix. I've done it already. I just have to go through the process of uninstalling stuff and installing Linux, and I don't want to do that right now. I'll probably do it over next Christmas break.
Legitimately, the only thing that was chaining me to Windows was my Steam library, and now that is no longer going to be the hindrance it was.
Yeah. Thanks to Vulkan, it's pretty consistent. All we got to do is get through anti-cheat, and Linux will be the thing.
I reckon Linux will take over the gaming space the second that happens, because I can't stand Windows with gaming at the moment.
I don't think I know a single gamer who likes Windows.
Yeah.
I'm extremely curious for when that happens and the swap happens, the market share of Microsoft. To see, like, the actual impact that has.
Yeah. It's going to be entertaining, to say the least. But then again, Microsoft is ingrained so heavy into business, I don't think they'll ever go on.
I mean, that's
no, they'll still have a massive market share. But it's the personal PC, not the business PC share I'm looking at.
I mean, gamers have always wanted to move towards something where we can pick and choose what our machine does. Like, most of us are pretty obsessed with doing one thing well. We want a gaming PC. It should run games. That's it. I don't need these other fancy bells and whistles. Just run game. Give me the fun thing.
I mean, like, I don't know what's Steam's current user amount.
It's pretty decent.
A lot.
Many.
At least 10.
Yeah, he's got a point. At least 10.
Oh. I mean, like, there's multiple games with, like, almost 1 million players.
Yeah. So, like...
And I mean, like, 2% of that number is running on Linux.
Yeah. That's a decent amount of people.
Three. Let's say 20 million people. Let's be conservative and say 20 million people have a Steam account. I'm pretty sure that number is higher. Right. That's still 40,000 people running a Linux build. That's not insignificant.
And weirdly, I find a lot of the Linux bros tend to be pretty chill. Like,
yeah, they're not the kind of, like, weird sorcerers everyone thinks they are.
Yeah, everyone's always, oh no, it's like the IT guy who lives in the basement. No, they're just pretty chill dudes in most cases. They're just gamers. You find a couple of, like, the neckbeard dungeon crawlers out there, like the the Dungeon Dwellers, they exist everywhere. They're in Mac, they're in PC, they're in Linux.
Yeah.
Like,
But then they also seem to be the guys who are like just way much further down the pipeline.
yeah.
Like they switched off Windows and then slowly decided they wanted something more customizable and learn more about how to use the command line. And then were like, I constructed my entire Linux build from the command line. I don't even have a GUI.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, what the fuck, man? Like, this is too far.
Yeah, it's one of the people like, I don't need GUI. Like, okay, you're on a different level to me. I don't know what that level is. You've gone sideways into a bonus area. Good luck to you,
Yeah.
sir. I'm a stick over here. Like,
Whereas, yeah, like I said, Mint is pretty mint and it's very Windows user friendly.
yeah. I mean, the biggest thing that stops people transitioning is the fact that A, games, and B, learning, like, new system.
Yeah, I'm not going to pretend it's completely painless. There's definitely a learning curve, but the learning curve has smoothed out a lot.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it used to be better the devil you know than the devil you don't, because learning anything new has that thing for people. It's like, do I want to abandon this thing I have a shit ton of time in and try something new, or do the new adventurous thing and go over there?
Yeah. And generally, barrier to entry is a big problem now with Steam. If you turn on all the correct options, Vulkan will run all your games. Well, most of them anyway.
Fair time.
Yeah. And if you've got stuff like GOG, well, then programs like Lutris exist. And once you've got that all plugged in, Lutris will go get all the dependencies you need to make games run on Linux.
Yeah. And the second, like, Steam OS, if it's Linux-based, pops up, then it means that a lot more like game developers are going to be coding for that, because that's that will help lighten the load. New games coming out,
or at least maybe not code for it, but code friendly for it.
Yeah, more than likely it could be loaded and transferred across with a little bit of a headache, but not much.
I mean, more like it might be more friendly to the way Vulkan functions.
Yeah,
it may not necessarily be designed to go over and run on Linux, but the industry standard interpreter for Linux is Vulkan. We can make some like minor changes to make it more compatible with Vulkan.
Yeah.
And then Steam will handle it. We don't have to do anything. We just have to make it talk to Vulkan.
Yeah. It's the first step towards it being more readily like available to things and better. So I'm keen for that. Like very keen.
A world where I can abandon Windows is a world I am hopeful I will get to.
Look, all I'm going to say is I'm pretty sure that Nostromo worked on Linux. And it kept going. Despite the infiltration of aliens and half of being eaten away by acid, it kept going. Yeah. Fucking great. You know, orbit around the star. No, there's too many aliens. Pseudo-orbit around the star. Oh, okay, boss. Just keep going. It's fun to look back at all of the old sci-fi movies. They all run on Linux. Or Unix, technically.
But I don't know that system.
Then you will never survive Jurassic Park.
No! Side note, that new trailer did look sick.
I hate how keen I'm getting for the Jurassic Park. Or Jurassic World.
I'm honestly surprised they showed enough restraint to, one, not properly show what the big monster is. And two, they implied that there's something different about the raptors.
Yeah.
But they didn't show the raptor. They just showed the foot.
Like, book raptors are fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What?
Yeah.
I'm not getting an answer here. You said book raptor, and then I'm like, what the fuck is that? And you just kept saying, yep.
You froze for me for a second there, so
yeah,
I
you froze for me as well.
Oh, okay. That explains that.
And I don't
have
just
actually talked
say,
over
Seth, you're frozen.
But yeah, no. Like, the book raptors are terrifying, because they're... You know how, like, the Jurassic World's like, oh, you know, bigger, scarier, more teeth. That was essentially the mandate from the book. You know, these are theme park spectacles. They're not creatures.
Yeah.
And there are other really messed up scenes in the book. And they keep saying, we're going to put some scenes from the book in. It's like, I know ones that you're not going to touch because... Fuck! Like, the compies eating a baby scene will never reach, like, a movie theater, I don't think. Even with the hard R rating. There are certain things that the public's just like, no, I don't want to see that. Like, that's bad.
Yeah.
But no, I'm keen for that.
Just one last thing before we round out. You remember how a little while back Google removed "Don't be evil" from their business fucking directive?
Yeah.
Did they put it back in?
No. Well, in 2009 they removed "Don't be evil" from their business guideline.
Yeah.
And they said, no, it's now more of a mantra than it is in our business guideline. We don't think it's appropriate. Well, now they've also, or the Google owner Alphabet has dropped its promise not to use artificial intelligence for purposes such as developing weapons or surveillance tools.
Yeah, so basically they removed "Don't be evil" and then spec'd directly down the evil tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it 3 more years, they'll add in "be evil" to their mandate. Just cut the middleman out. Just fuck it, we're evil now.
I mean, Google kind of is evil now.
It really kind of.
Yeah.
I remember back when Google was fucking held up as a bastion of greatness.
Yeah.
Oh, look at all this
And then-
information you can get from Google, and now it's just full of fucking shit.
Yeah, everyone wants to use a different browser now, because fuck that.
Yeah, Chrome just eats all of the fucking RAM.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything with this? Yes, I'm playing a game. Too bad, I'm taking it. I don't...
Yeah,
Problem
I'm going
is,
back to
getting
Firefox.
Getting other browsers is irritating.
I'm on Firefox,
is
and
good
it's
choice.
not bad. It's not horrible.
Opera's not that bad either, but it's still got a bit of a Chromium base. Vivaldi's not too bad.
Yeah.
I've heard good things about Brave, but I'm not super into it because Brave's all about crypto shit. And I don't like that.
Who's
they
going
have
to
a
go to
thing where-
Edge?
Look, if Edge gets a fucking resurgence and comes back as something that is actually good, I might switch to it.
The problem is Edge is fucking Chromium based.
Yeah, that's true.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
I
thought
swear,
they'd put
Edge
that
exists. Edge is just
No.
a browser to
When
download
they,
other browsers.
When they took Internet Explorer at the back and shot it and remarketed it as Edge,
Yeah.
they scrapped it and now it's Chromium based. It's Chrome Light where the window is facing.
Yeah. It's
know that.
Chrome, but shitter. They took Chrome,
Well, no, it's,
dropped it in the dirt, and rolled it around for a bit.
It's Chromium base, and they have gutted a lot of other stuff out of it, but then they've put the other Windows fuckery into it, like all their AI and all that bullshit.
God, I hate bloatware.
And Bing.
Yeah, oh, fuck.
Fucking Bing.
I accidentally opened Bing the other day. It has gotten stupider.
Yeah.
If you type in, news into Bing, it'll come up with just oh, new stuff? No, news. As in, news around the world. You want new things. New things, yeah? This is a new dishwasher. Do you like dishwashers? It's God damn it, Bing. What are you?
The world's most popular browser to get another browser.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
On that
Bing
note,
is
I
like
think
the
we'll-
search engine that tried. It's not the search engine that could. It's the search engine that tried.
It's the internet's gateway to everything else other than using Edge.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the number one search on Bing is how do I access Google?
Firefox.
Pretty much.
What it should be is the most popular search on Edge should be Nine.
Yeah,
Yes.
because that thing's fucking amazing.
What am I doing? I've got a fresh install, so I have nothing but Edge to use. What am I going to do? Go get everything I need in one go.
Nine-Night should be the homepage on your Edge.
Yes!
The second you open it, it immediately
Yes!
goes to Nine-Night. Alright, what are you downloading? What do you need?
It's not this program. We understand that this is just a get here thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This functions as a pop-up to get you to Nine-Night, to get the things you really want. If you have never used Nine-Night, for the love of God, next time you do a fresh install, Nine-Night.
If you're installing from a USB drive, leave the USB drive in when you do the whole install, because then you can access the USB drive and leave a link to Nine-Night on there. You don't even need to open Edge. You just open that and
It's
it's
so good.
straight up.
Oh, it's amazing. I had to explain why I format my PC to family a while ago. It's why don't you just digital and do it again? It's like changing the sheets on a bed. There's nothing better than clean sheets. there's nothing better than a cleanly formatted computer with all the nanite shit put back onto it. Like, it's fresh and empty and not full of fucking bloatware for the next week. So,
Bed bugs and AI critters.
fucking, that really is the best way to put them. Like, they just turn up, bite you, get you all itchy.
And suck your blood.
In the form of money.
I'm
data.
still a firm believer that blood is required to make a computer work. I have not yet built a computer that did not make me bleed.
Oh yeah, they bite you at some point. They all fucking do.
Same with 3D printing. I have lost a lot of blood to my 3D prints. Pretty sure at this point, half of them could be used for totems to resurrect me.
And on that note, I think we will round things out for the week. Y'all have a good one.
Bye!
See ya.